Man on the track, it's a slapper.
Hey, I don't wanna hit a cap, you can save it. With my guys and we got it up the pavement. Listen up, it's what everybody's saying. Round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it. I know they weak by the look in their faces. All of these rings got me feeling like Brady. Say what I feel, I don't care how you take it. Round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Hey, round of applause, give it up for the crowd favorite. Yeah.
Crowd favorite, what's the damn deal?
Well, wired, okay. Wired, okay, brother. What's up, man? How you living?
Blessed and highly favored as always. It's your boy, Devo the Don, a.k.a. the kid that did MIH backwards. You dig what I'm saying?
Speaking of MIH backward, it's your boy, Hemi Turner, him not them, him Duncan, Hebron James, Hakeem Olajuwon, you know what I'm saying? Duce shot it, you know what I'm saying? Pac-Man at Don.
Well, this is me, Mr. Well All Right. You know what I'm saying? Well All Right. D. Jones, the designated caster, a.k.a. the alien in the room, a.k.a. Let me see what other I haven't thought that day. Let me see.
Yes.
Eminem Chewer. You know what I'm saying? It was good, though. How you doing?
Oh, I guess I'm gonna just, introduce myself real quick. I ain't got the cool names and taglines like y'all, but I'm just, I'm Jamison J. Douglas, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. J. Doug, Joel Embiid. Just leave it at that.
Joel Embiid.
That was good.
What's up? But yeah, welcome to the show, man. We hope you have a great time.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
It's definitely our agenda to make sure that you feel comfortable, welcomed, and so forth from the moment you step in the door to the moment you leave. So
I did. I had smart water and Fiji options.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Paper
Don't
towels.
forget, we got something else for you too. Go ahead and show them that, man.
All right.
Oh man.
Normally this happens in the middle of the show, but we can bring it on from the beginning. We got BioLite, 550% electrolytes, more than any other competitor. This is the fruit punch flavor. I just came from a 4.33 mile run, and I started drinking this bad boy right here. And please drink it what?
Please drink it cold.
Ooh.
God.
Gotta drink it cold. That's when you get the best of the best. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to BioLite.
Yes, sir. Get you one.
Bye.
We're going to get you a bottle before you leave. A couple of them.
Definitely got to try that. I've been seeing y'all promoting it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no
cap.
Gotta see that. Where is that? HEB?
Not yet.
Not
Quick
yet.
Trip,
Okay.
Kroger's. Those are like the top few stores that we have in this area.
For sure.
We have Kroger's here?
Yeah. Have you been to one?
For
You
sure.
have
in
a
Houston.
Kroger in San Antonio?
Kroger's
Yeah.
on. Do we got Kroger's?
I think we do.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. If we
Let me
do,
Google it.
find it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know if we had a Kroger. I said, I wouldn't try to throw it.
Daniel
That wouldn't even
proved his
slug.
point.
That wouldn't even
he was
slug.
confused.
Do we
He said,
have
"Do we have a
I
Kroger's?"
didn't want to-
a Kroger's?
So I had the Mr. Brown voice. I just know we had a Kroger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know we had a Kroger. But man, listen, we are here, episode 9.
Damn, we don't got a Kroger's. But we do have a Quick Trip.
They got in the Target too?
No, I don't got them.
Why
Okay,
black
cool.
people always add an S to everything?
Oh, my bad. I said Kroger's.
Kroger's.
Oh, my
Now, I
bad.
heard somebody say Sonics earlier, so I was just like,
AGBs.
HEBs.
Walmart's.
Damn. Well, first thing we want to jump into is free agency in NFL, right? You know what I'm saying? It's been a frenzy, to say the least. Surprise landings, disappointing destinations, predictions on available players that are left over. What are y'all's thoughts, fellas?
Man, it's been like one of the best free agencies that in my opinion, so far. If you seen what my shirt is, you probably can't see it, but
We have seen the shirt.
it's Rise Up Lake Nation. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to
Is that
Jesse
the
Bates.
Falcons?
It's the Falcons,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I wore the shirt today, but I didn't.
feeling- you
With
feeling?
this Texas weather, you didn't know if it was gonna be cold or not. But I do have the Rise Up shirt just to show that we had the best free agency
talk
thus
to 'em.
far. You
Rep
dig what I'm
proud.
saying?
Rep it proud.
Man.
Before we continue, guys, I have to ask a question. Wouldn't be myself, I didn't.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us how y'all had the best free agency? I mean, I just want to curious.
I think, with the cap space that we had, we capitalized on holes that needed to be filled, such as David Onyemata with the nose tackle position, kind of helping out Grady Jarrett.
Yeah.
That's a hole that we needed to fill. As far as the pass rush, we got Ellis from the Saints, while we have Ryan Nielsen as the defensive coordinator, so he's bringing some of his old players back. Now, the big fish, we have Jesse Bates the third. This guy's from the, change our whole entire defense around. That's the quarterback of our defense, and I'm excited about that. We are looking for a wide receiver number 2. I'm thinking what we have available, since we didn't get Darius Slayton, is Miko Hardeman. So I'm rooting for him. If we can get him a speedster that can take a little bit off the top, and I think Desmond Ridder is going to have a great year. A lot of people don't think, but I think so.
Where's Slayton go?
He re-signed to the Giants.
Giants? Okay.
Yeah.
Smart
I
guy.
think on a 2-year deal.
Smart guy.
Ridley can't go back to them, can he? Or what's
Nah,
the
he
deal?
with Jacksonville, man.
okay.
Jacksonville's scary. They're scary.
They're gonna win their division easily.
Easily.
But yeah, that's my opinion. Why I think we have the best. We also got Jonnu Smith, who was playing for the Titans. That was a
Patriots
steal.
fan.
Shout out the Patriots, yeah. But he didn't play his best.
For you.
He didn't play his best with the
I'm
Patriots.
sorry for you.
But
I
he played
watched
his best
every
with the
game.
Titans.
I'm telling you.
Plays best with the Titans.
You been good.
And look, this is the point. Arthur Smith coached was the offensive coordinator with the Titans. And we just re-picked him up because that's what we noticed about Jonnu Smith. Not what we seen in New England, but what we seen with Tennessee. And I'm expecting to see that type of Jonnu Smith.
If somebody gets traded for a 7th round pick, that should tell you something. That should tell you something.
But that sometimes whatever.
He's a freak. He's a freak. Like
Yeah.
when we signed him to New England from the Titans, I'm like, we getting a big body. He's like 6'3", 250. I seen the Titans throw him pitches out the backfield, throwing tosses and sweeps and screens. So he's a real versatile type of player. So I thought we was gonna get that big X factor playmaker type of guy, and I think he only had maybe like 600 yards his whole stint with us.
Yeah, but Mac Jones wasn't it either.
Well, I mean, his rookie year he was tough. His second year, when you have a defensive coordinator calling plays,
Don't really work out for you. So it's not really his fault.
Gems by Jamison. I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
that's where we
Gems by
going. Gems
Jamison.
by Jamison.
I like that.
Yes.
that's where we going.
I like that. Yeah, you read. Good job. Yeah, I mean, so what you as far as your team, what do you want them to kind of do moving forward? Like, what's your
Like I said,
outside of draft? You know what I'm saying? Like, what other moves you want?
so no picks in the draft. You talking about free agency?
Yeah, free agency.
I want Miko Hardman now. I think that's one of the best options. People are saying Mac Hollis, but I'm not really sold on him.
solid.
Yeah,
He's
as a
solid.
wide receiver number 3, but not a 2. I think Miko Hardman can come in as a he's been here about 4 or 5 years, and Atlanta has a history of getting Georgia players. So why not get a returning Georgia member back in Atlanta with some speed? So I think that's pretty good too. Running back wise, if I can get Kareem Hunt for a
Y'all
good
should have
price,
been had him.
I wouldn't mind getting him, helping him and Tyler Algier, carrying the load. I think that'll be kind of smooth. And then as far as the guy that I want, if we can, Frank
Clowney?
Clark.
Not Clowney.
Oh
Frank
yeah.
Clark.
I saw him and the Chiefs. They didn't reach an agreement, so
They did.
they didn't.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
he's
Getting
he was-
Frank,
he's gonna be
I was
sick,
like,
man.
damn.
You want Clowney?
Clowney, this is what his
Get
fourth
him
or
outta
15.
here. Get him outta
I
here.
really don't know if he. Yeah, what we
He's
seen
13.
when he was with South Carolina, like that was cool. But
When-
like we are still trying to see that version of him, and he's been on.
Yeah,
This is his 4th team, coming up. So I'd rather get Frank Clark, who's been on that team, and that was his only team, and he just came off a Super Bowl. So having that Super Bowl pedigree inside the office, is something that we need. That's why it's great that we had Jesse Bates,
love
who's
that.
experienced being an underdog and being one of the lower tier teams to becoming a Super Bowl contender. So I think we're getting good pieces in place. And I also like Taylor Heineke. I thought that was a great
I didn't
pickup.
even know y'all got him. That's nice.
Yep, because he can easily be a starter, and that's going to push Desmond Ridder. But he can also come in there and mold Desmond Ridder. He even said that in his press conference today that he understands his role. Atlanta expressed his role that he's going to contribute to the team, and that's helping Desmond Ridder become the best of himself. So
2 years, $14 million. Yep, I'll back up too.
Go
ahead,
and he's
Desmond.
from Georgia. He's from Georgia. So it's fun fact, crazy. When I went on my cruise last November, there were some people taking our pictures, me and my fiance, and they were like, "Yeah, do you know who Taylor Heineke is?" And I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Well, we live like down the street from him," and I'm like, "What?" And they was like, "Yeah, he's from Georgia because we everywhere I go, I rep Atlanta. Like, I'm a Falcons fan." He's like, "Oh, wow." But they were Taylor Heineke fans because he grew up in the
Area.
state of Georgia. Yeah, so that was pretty cool that they live down the street. So just
Trey, you both of you and Jamison, actually, y'all both can answer this question. Y'all are for the team that wears America's colors.
Really America's team for real.
Only because of colors, I guess. But anyway, sure. But anyway, so y'all are Patriots
even
fans.
believe
You know what I'm saying? And what do y'all want to happen? Are y'all happy with the moves made so far? What are y'all looking for? I know you're signed Juju Smith-Schuster.
That's trash.
I hated that.
Well,
That's terrible.
before I even bring that up, there's a couple things like within free agency outside of the Patriots that I've actually liked and look forward to seeing. So for me, like, yeah, I'm a Patriots fan, but my family's team is the Saints. Like, I'm not gonna walk around saying I'm a Saints fan or nothing. But that would be if Patriots not in it, I'm gonna be rooting for the Saints just because it's like the family team and stuff. But I thought it was cool seeing them sign Derek Carr and then also Jamal Williams. Like, he's a player that I like to watch at running back and whatnot. Like, he's a character off the field too. Like, looks like a very personable type of person and whatnot. He just seems like somebody we could chill with, like outside of football. Like, I would link up with him and chill all the time if I could, like if we was friends and whatnot. But I was excited about them getting those type of signings. I saw they signed Jabubu. They got him back. He's gonna be his the backup and whatnot. James Winston. He's probably gonna be the backup.
I was like, who is Jabubu? I was thinking
Jabubu
like,
Winston.
I'm thinking Jamal Williams.
Nah. They signed him back. And then something I'm really looking forward to is to see exactly what the Jets are going to do as far as Aaron Rodgers' wish list. I see they are in the midst of signing. I forget what his name is. I'm sorry, it's still in my mind. But
Lazard.
yeah, I think they
signed him already. Yeah.
Okay, they signed him, and I feel like it's going to work out. His wish list is probably going to end up working out. But I heard Stephen A. Smith say something on I think it was on First Take or something like that about Lamar. He was like, if the 49ers can trade some stuff to go get him, he was like, they are winning it all. So I'm interested to see what y'all feel about that after, Jamison chimes in about the Patriots and whatnot.
Oh,
Hopefully they
unpopular
can get it
opinion though
together.
about the Saints though. I love Derek Carr.
Same here.
I love Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr has been unfairly slandered. I think when you are supposed to be a top 10 to 12 quarterback, is what kind of people, or at least top 15, top half. I think when you have I think the average defense he had was number 32 his whole tenure in what was that? Oakland and then Las Vegas. So when you have the worst defense, I'm getting the ball at the 2-yard line. They fielding us deep, or we always, on the field. It can be detrimental to you as an offense. So I think Derek Carr is going to be huge for that team, especially because they have a great defense, great DBs. I think they need to get some D linemen to help Cam Jordan out, but I think they signed Shy Tuttle from. And then,
nope, he just went to the Panthers.
And they just got rid of Davenport.
I knew it was
too.
somebody in the dang NFC South.
Marcus Davenport went to Minnesota. Shout out Marcus Davenport.
Yeah, they need some D linemen.
And then David Onyemata went to Atlanta. So,
but
we really just striped 3 from New Orleans.
Yeah, talking to the mic. You can barely
talking
hear
to
you.
the mic.
Oh, we just striped 3 from New Orleans. Sorry.
Solid. But to my Patriots, though, I don't like the Juju Smith-Schuster signing. Just knowing that the culture and the environment that New England embodies, no nonsense, check your ego at the door, very selfless. And for him to be Mr. TikTok himself coming to New England to be a number one receiver, it kind of doesn't make sense. I've never seen him produce in a number one role. We saw how he looked the year after Antonio Brown left Pittsburgh, even though he was with an old Ben Roethlisberger. But Juju has never shown me that he can take the number one role. He's versatile. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. He's physical. But 3 years, $33 million, cool. Because that's what we were going to pay Jacoby Myers, but he left to the Raiders. But I'm cool with that. Hopefully we can pick up somebody like, I know it's wishful thinking, but I don't know why we haven't traded for DeAndre Hopkins yet.
What?
All they said they wanted was a second or a third round pick. We should have been made that happen. The only thing I think is holding that up is, if y'all remember, Bill O'Brien was the coach in Houston, and he fell out with all the players, Deshaun, JJ, DeAndre Hopkins. He traded DeAndre. So he's the Patriots' new offensive coordinator. So I think that kind of might stall the deal.
That's done.
Yeah,
Ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
I will say this too, in reference to your team real fast, I'll respond to that directly. I do think that sometimes players go to destinations and they learn how to quote unquote be a pro. I think Juju has done that playing with Kansas City.
Definitely.
And I think that, because you didn't really hear no TikTok stuff this past year with him.
Yeah, not really.
And so I think that he's kind of had like a head start, like a little jolt under him, as far as playing with some proven winners, in that receiving room with Kelsey, like, Eric Bieniemy,
That's
Eric
true.
Reed, Andy Reid.
That's true.
I'm saying, like, you have a different mindset, different culture, because Mike Tomlin is literally a player's coach. He let players do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Organizations like Kansas City, New England, maybe a couple others in the league, like
Seattle.
That coach is the engine. They run the whole thing. And so I think he kind of had a head start with Kansas City. I think he'll be better with New England. I think it's a great place for him. I think Jacoby Myers needed to get out of there. I think that he's a utility belt, and I think that he can, flourish somewhere else, which is probably why he went over there with Josh McDaniels. You know what I'm saying?
His old offensive coordinator.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jimmy G. But I think I personally do believe in Mac Jones. Not an Alabama fan at all, but I do think that Mac Jones can be good. He hasn't really had any weapons, and so I think that signing a Juju, maybe getting some other people in there, maybe drafting a tight end. stuff like that. You think about the Patriots when Tom Brady was there, he always had like one or two really good tight ends.
Yeah, we're a 2 tight end system where there was Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. We had Martellus Bennett come after him. Mm-hmm. We've had several.
Hunter Henry's been a
Benjamin
bust.
Watson was a good tight end
Ben
for
Watson,
us.
I'm saying Hunter Henry's been a little busty.
Nah. Hunter, he's been our.
You think he all right?
Yeah, he's been our damn near most consistent target. I mean, but that's what I also have fears about Juju is like, okay, you played with a burner like Miko. You played with another burner on the outside like Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So now you're on the inside with Kelsey, who's getting all the attention. So I think when he gets, box coverage or, they throw him, double teams, whatever, or double coverage, whatever the case may be, he might struggle and it might not be. That's why I think we might assign him to be a 2 because I don't realistically see him going into our season as a 1. I don't know if we're going to make a splash. Like, I doubt Odell would come with us because he wants to go somewhere where he can win and get flash and flair.
Too cold.
But, yeah, I'm just kind of drawing blanks as into who we can sign because it's not really many people left. I mean, it's like Odell, Miko, like you said.
This is
DeAndre.
this is one of the weaker.
Keenan Allen might be available.
Nah, he's not no more.
Who?
They gonna keep him?
Yeah, they're gonna keep him.
Oh.
But this is not like a wide receiver year for free agency.
At all.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen. That's who I want us to get. That's why I was thinking about a name.
He's still not a number 1 though.
Oh, yeah. It's something to supplement Juju. Give him some help. And we also signed
That's a good combo. Thielen
James
and
Robinson, the running back from Jacksonville.
Yeah, that was
to New
a
York.
good pickup.
I like it.
I think he just, when he hit rock bottom, he was up and then he went down. And then it's like now he's just trying to find his niche. When he went to the Jets, everybody was like, oh, snap. Like, this might be it for him. But it's like, nah, Breece Hall took
Breece
that.
Hall's coming back.
Yeah, he took that by a landslide. So it's like, I'm looking forward to seeing James Robinson find his niche in the league still. Like how when he was at his peak with Jacksonville, I want to see that again. So
yeah, that signing to James Robinson told me Damian Harris is out the door.
Yeah, I love Damian Harris. I like him too. He's real good. I like him.
He's just always hurt. Always got a hamstring issue or something. So
Too much
Ramondre Stevenson's a dog.
Yeah.
That's
Like
the guy.
I don't know if y'all really paid attention to him, but
y'all need to let him play.
other
you
than that
running
little
back.
fumble rooski he did against the Raiders, him and Jacoby,
yeah,
I got nothing but love for him.
yeah. And then Jacoby goes to the Raiders.
Yeah, as far as me, my thoughts, definitely surprised by a few moves. I'm definitely surprised that Jalen Ramsey got traded to the Dolphins. I didn't see that
bring
coming.
that up yet? Yeah,
I didn't see that coming
crazy.
at all.
Wow.
At all. Definitely surprised by that move. Definitely surprised that Darius Slayton is still an Eagle after all that. I thought he was definitely going to go somewhere else. I'm definitely surprised that my team got Stephon Gilmore. Super surprised in that.
That's a good look.
Great look for us though.
Former
but,
defensive player of the year.
Yeah, man. And I was telling Devin earlier, like, and I always say this again. I've always said this. I think Diggs eventually is going. If he just continues his career, I think at some point, if he ever makes the Charles Woodson move to safety, he'll be like amazing. Same thing with Jalen Ramsey, by the way. But right now, while he's playing corner, I think it's great for us because now neither one of them have to follow anybody. They just go play the outside, and whatever receiver out there just lock up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
Diggs
great.
shadow people?
He shouts sometimes, but I think now you got Gilmore on the other side. You don't have to follow. You know what I'm saying? Just let them play on the outside, guard the with the X and the Y, X and the Y,
X and Z.
X and Z, and hopefully get Jordan, what's his name? Little corner from Michigan, slot corner coming back. Jordan Lewis back. You know what I'm saying? Play him in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or the guy from Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Who can't?
Kevin Joseph. They got Deron Bland now.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody can get in the slot and play a little game, or just draft another corner. There's a lot of corners in the draft. So
What y'all gonna do about your linebacker situation?
we re-signed Leighton Vander Esch.
He's going Bobby.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, when I seen that,
Bobby Wagner.
I did think that that was I'm gonna say a bad move. I'm surprised we re-signed him because I heard there was so many rumors of him going to Buffalo. I thought he would have been gone to Buffalo, but probably because of his neck, that cold weather probably ain't a good match. So
That's
probably
facts.
smart he
That's
stayed here.
facts.
But Bobby Wagner's out there, and I think with Jerry Jones, he has this weird history of not going to get like really good available players. Like I'm still mad we never went and got Earl Thomas when he was available like at safety. Like
Yeah,
that's
he wanted to come there.
he
too.
wanted to come here. That still eats me up every year. Like why we never got. He's sitting at home now just eating popcorn. So I mean,
AP.
Jerry's a homebred type
Adrian
of guy.
Peterson, like you know what I'm saying. He don't make them move sometimes. But you know what I'm saying. I do. I'm surprised that I'm a little surprised with Jimmy G going to Raiders. I thought the better team for Jimmy G would have been Tampa Bay. More weapons, you know what I'm saying? Just, warmer weather where he came from. You know what I'm saying? I just think it would have been better. Also, I'm a little surprised by this, but I'm happy for my guy Baker Mayfield going to Tampa Bay. I love Baker, you know what I'm saying? Love that guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Same reason I love same way I love Stetson Bennett too, but I love Baker Mayfield. I feel like Baker Mayfield has never really been given an opportunity to
Stop it.
Let me just tell you. I'm gonna explain. So in Cleveland, hardly anybody succeeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna see what Deshaun Watson does this year.
He's gonna go crazy.
Hardly anybody succeeds in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of weapons in Cleveland, but it's Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a different coordinator every year, different coach every year. Who can succeed? Same thing with Derek Carr. Who can succeed with that? It's hard to do that. Then he went to Panthers. They traded away everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, sent away Christian McCaffrey, sent away Roby Anderson. Like, any weapons he had, it was just him and DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying? They were already horrible when he went over there. You know what I'm saying? Went over there too, so that was a bad situation. He went to...
Didn't DJ just leave too? I mean,
yeah, he got traded to the Bears. Then when he went to L.A., you saw he played good. You know what I'm saying? Sean McVay is a big Baker Mayfield
Did he play
fan.
good?
Well,
he had one good game on Monday Night Football.
I mean, he played pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the team was already bad. The team, you know what I'm saying? Team was already horrible.
True,
You know what I'm saying?
true.
Cooper Kupp was out when he got there for the rest of the
true.
year. Like, he had no weapons. He played pretty well. And Sean McVay had always said he was a big Baker Mayfield fan. And now he got him a starting QB1 job with a lot of weapons around him in Florida. We're gonna see what he do. And they might sign Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh God, the Buccaneers don't want to win.
Yeah,
Dog.
and that's cool. I'm not complaining because
That's
Atlanta
cool
can win
for
the
your
division.
division,
You know what I'm saying? So,
I just think with Baker, like, even though there has been a lot of turnover with his coordinators, he also had a great defense. He had the best offensive line in football, arguably. Whenever Batonio and those boys was out there, he had like 2 or 3 people on the offensive line make all team or all pro.
they had Alex Mack.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He retired, didn't he?
I believe so.
Or something. And then they had 2 great running backs.
Kareem Hunt,
Nick Chubb had 3 great tight ends. You had Njoku, you had Hooper, and you had Bryant. I think Hooper came over from the Falcons.
Yep, and Alex Mack came from the Falcons.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he had, like, the cupboard was full.
We be dishing him out.
The
you know what I
cupboard
mean?
was full. He had Odell,
I mean, Joku
Jarvis.
average. Jarvis Landry wasn't the same he was in Miami.
And he still is available, by the way, Jarvis Landry.
He wasn't the same Miami. And
whenever-
OBJ can't stay healthy.
When you're not the focal point, I think that supplements you not being who you were. Like, if you were the number 1 in Miami, but you took 2 steps back and you were the number 2 with good tight ends in a run game, I don't see what's not to like. But I don't know. Hopefully it works out for him. I'm not a big Baker guy. I just always thought he was too much talk, too many commercials, not enough substance.
I mean, I would say this too. If I'm in the league and I go sign as a rookie and these people come to me, Hulu, and everybody say, "Hey, be in this commercial," I ain't gonna say no.
Oh no, take the commercial. Take
You know
the
what I'm saying?
commercial.
So, I mean, I can't really blame him for the commercials. I mean,
I mean,
checks.
it's cool. I'm not blaming you for the commercial, but it's funny to see, like, you getting all these commercials, but you're not really doing nothing. I mean, I think they beat Pittsburgh. They beat somebody in the playoffs. I think that was the height of Baker Mayfield's career.
But this year, he signed a 1-year deal.
Stretch. He went like a 10-3.
He signed a 1-year deal. It's a prove-it year. So I think after this year, he'll be a household name.
What you thought about the Zeke cut?
I'm happy. I think it's 2 seasons too late, honestly. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy about it. I hope that and I don't think it's gonna happen, but I hope we can get Bijan in the draft. I think he'll be gone by 21 because the Chargers now have let Austin Eckler go out here and search for a trade.
I did see that.
So now that allows them to do a draft Bijan at 21. But I do think if we don't get, can you do something for me? If we don't get Bijan, hopefully we can get Jahmyr Gibbs. I just think that we have to.
I love Jahmyr.
What's his name?
No, not with Pollard though.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
not
They're
Pollard.
similar style running backs.
I mean, I don't
You
care.
wanna
You
do
know what I'm
that.
saying? I just go out there and get about
I
it.
think
you
y'all
gotta
are
have
gonna
one.
miss
You gotta
Zeke.
balance.
I think I'm gonna miss Zeke. Although he wasn't productive, I think the number made it that much unsexy. Like, I think if you had Zeke making 2.5 mil or 3 mil, what he did this year, I'd be like,
Yeah,
cool.
He had 12 touchdowns.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
that's what I'm
with
saying. He's a
Pollard
bruiser.
is he's coming off a leg injury. One,
Broken
two,
ankle, or broken leg.
two. He's a franchise tag player, so it's really a 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like paying by a month at an apartment. Like
Yeah.
he might be gone next year. You know what I'm saying? Sean Payton's already made it public that he want him. So I mean, he might be gone. So if I can get Gibbs in here. Come on, Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? I'll take him.
I see what you're saying, but I just think like, especially with the trajectory that running backs and their salaries are heading, like if you're not like a Bijan Robinson, right? Like there's not too many running backs that you're gonna see in the future to get picked in the first round.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's seldomly more and more as the years go by. Like you had Najee Harris, Saquon Barkley was one of the hot picks.
ETN from
You know,
Clemson.
NTN, Ezekiel Elliott, but it's less than 10. You know what I'm saying? Bijan's definitely going in the first round.
He'll be it. That's it.
Possibly Jahmyr Gibbs in like the later. Like I can see the Chiefs. Not the Chiefs.
Second or third round.
But the Saints, if they don't know what they're doing with Alvin Kamara, that's the reason they picked up Jamal Williams. I'm just thinking of different ways that you can put Jahmyr Gibbs in a certain scheme for him to be successful. Not everybody really needs a running back, but it's nice to have. And this is what a 6-7 good deep line running back class.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you got to do like Pacheco. 7th round was like 3 picks from the last pick.
Yeah.
And he came in and contributed heavily to a Super Bowl winning team. So it just showed. I think that even devalues the running back even more because now it's like, oh, we can go get a bargain in the 7th round. So now I think it's only like the elite of the elite when you think about drafting in the 1st round because you need linemen, receivers, corners, and edge
heavy.
rushers.
It's edge heavy too in this draft and cornerback heavy. So like those are my top 3 positions where you literally have a chunk of tight ends too.
Yeah.
Like you got a chunk of athletes that you
Michael
can get
Mayer.
in.
Michael Mayer gonna be new Gronk.
Michael Mayer, but Dalton Kincaid may go before him.
Payne Durham from Purdue.
Yep.
Yeah, it's loaded. It's
and
loaded.
Laporta from Iowa, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got some dogs right now that
Patriots
you can
better
literally
get one of them. That's all.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, Dalton Kincaid is going to be sitting there around 14, but I don't know if that's like the emergency that y'all need. Like, go get Jackson Smith and Jigba at pick 14. Go get Mac Jones a weapon.
Go get a dog.
So now you really got a number one. Even if he does come out the slot, you know how to use your number one in the slot and use a tight end, like which is going to be tight end heavy.
Yep.
So I feel like you can give Mac Jones that weapons or Bailey Zapp, whoever you pick.
I like Zapp more.
Me too.
I hate Mac Jones.
Me too.
That's just me.
But
So as far as the running backs, I was trying to figure it out. Is Deuce Vaughn in the draft?
Yep. Shout out Deuce Vaughn, Austin, Texas.
So what y'all think gonna happen with him? Y'all think he gonna go undrafted?
Late.
Nah, hell no. He's getting drafted. I got him going in like the 6th round.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
it's
say
only
fifth.
because of his height. But
I feel like I ain't mean to cut you off. I feel like he's gonna be like another Darren Sproles, probably go
and
crazy on special teams.
But I think he's gonna go to a Darren Sproles type team. Like I can see the Chargers picking him up late. Like
Eagles.
Eagles. Like let's go get him because
They just lost Miles
Boston.
Sanders.
Yeah, and Boston Scott signed for what, a year, $1 million. Like you easily get a better back putting Deuce Vaughn in there.
Carolina. They don't got a running back. I don't think.
Yeah, they do. Miles Sanders.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but hey,
Need another one.
Chuba Hubbard ain't it. So I mean, Deuce Vaughn. I feel like Deuce Vaughn is gonna have to show that he is a dog, which we know he is. Like he's not your Jarius Norwoods or your Jaquiz Rogers. Like in that height range, but he's better than them.
Yeah.
So it's like he literally is on the Darren Sproles level. What we've seen, so far. Like the dude
He's
had
crazy
the
in open
81-yard run against Alabama in the championship game. So it's just like
I do remember that.
yeah, and it's like, come on now, like he 5'5". They said he tested the shortest person to ever
5'5".
5'5".
He's small.
Dog, I didn't know that. I thought he was 5'9".
No, he's 5'5".
How tall is Darren Sproles? Like 5'7"?
5'6".
Oh, 5'6". Oh,
Be
I
tiny.
got a whole lot more respect
That's
for
why
Sproles now.
that's why they both went to Kansas State because they like short running backs. But I could just see like someone like Los Angeles, or like Philly, or someone
You think
that
the Saints could get him? Because Darren Sproles went crazy on the Saints.
Yeah, but it's just see where they just got Jamal Williams.
Maybe Denver.
So
Yeah,
Sean Payton's there.
I can see
rotate,
see Denver. But with the Saints, I would love for Jahmyr Gibbs to go to the Saints. Because I just feel like you don't know what Alvin Kamara situation is going to be like. You don't know how long he's going to be out. Why not have him? You know what Jamal Williams is for, and that's red zone.
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
But let
that's
me
red
ask.
zone,
Let me
so.
ask this. So like with Deuce Vaughn, I'm thinking he should definitely go to a team to where it's going to be a two running back rotation. Because I don't know. I don't see him being a number one running. Not saying he can't be a number one running back, but it's like a every down running back.
No,
at
I'm
that
looking at
size in
him
the
as
NFL.
a third string running back, like making the 53-man roster, being heavily on the special teams, but looking at him as if like how the Eagles use that three running back system, used Boston Scott, Keenan Gainwell, and Miles Sanders. And I need to see him with a system like that for him to be successful. But even him being in rotation as the number 2 running back, I can't see teams taking a chance on that. Like that's why I think that his projection to get drafted is further back. If he was 2 inches taller, we'd probably have a different conversation. You would start comparing him to somebody like Devontae Freeman, because he tough. He'll put his head down and he'll make you miss. But it's just that he 5'5" and
Emmitt Smith
scout
was 5'8", right?
5'9".
Oh shit, might as well be 5'8".
Close. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, best of wishes to him. I think he's gonna make an NFL roster, make the 53-man roster. He will be successful. It's about the system sometimes when with certain players. So
Yeah, always. Big
Why Garner Johnson didn't sign yet, in your opinion?
I feel like with the Eagles, they lost so much, And I feel like you got to try to, work the cap space to try to get him in there. He's a high dollar guy. I like the Bengals probably getting him. Like, there's been talks about the Bengals getting him, especially because they lost Von Bell to the Panthers, and Bates went to the A. We really appreciate you, Big Fish, pulling up to the Atlanta. But yeah, they need a top tier safety, and you got Daxon Hill, who's a slot. Can be moved to like the free safety position, and you can move Gardner Johnson there into that nickelback position to help keep your defense afloat, because the Bengals still can have a run into to another Super Bowl run.
With the Bengals, I did see San Antonio's own Trey Flowers, just in high school. I did see that they're actually they moved him back to safety. They're trying to get him to play safety, which is what he played at Oklahoma State.
Word. I can
That's
see
good.
that. It's a
Yeah.
good move.
I mean, he's 6'4", so
So as
let
far
him
as
go be
the,
long.
See, they got Orlando Brown too.
Yeah.
At left tackle.
I was thinking
Very
about
solid.
the. I didn't mean to cut y'all off. My
No,
bad.
you good, bro. Go ahead.
I was thinking about the Bills because the whole DeMar Hamlin situation. I haven't seen any updates about I'll talk to a few people about thinking or what they think about his potential to play in the future. Like, 'cause, you got that heart problem, all that stuff happened, and there's a chance that he may come back and play. He may not come back and play. How long do you think it'll end up being? But do you think that the Bills are probably going to be looking to get a cornerback fairly soon, or they're going to try to get somebody in free agency?
I did see Jordan Poyer re-sign
2-year deal,
and then
Micah Hyde is still there.
still there too. I actually saw an interview with a doctor. He said there's no doubt in his mind that Ken Hammond will play football again.
He said he is going to play. He
Yeah,
said
so-
it's just a matter of time and when he'll be approved to.
Was he was a safety?
I think
Yeah,
so.
he's free
Okay,
safety.
I don't know why I
Yeah.
said corner. I'm tripping.
He's
Nah, I knew
free,
what you
free
meant.
safety, yeah.
They use him in different places, so yeah.
I think Buffalo. Speaking of Buffalo, I think Buffalo definitely needs to in his time. I mean, it's kind of hard. I think the who's the number 2 they have over there?
Gabe Davis.
Davis. Yeah, I think Davis is definitely a great number 2. But it seems like, being totally honest, it don't seem like Diggs want to be there. So I'm not saying come to Dallas, but come to Dallas. But I don't think he want to be there. And so I think they need to draft some receivers, man. Because
Yeah, I
and
think,
a running back. They lost Singletary's a free agent. He ain't gonna come back.
I don't know where
I
he's
think they're gonna
going
get
to go.
Bijan. I think they're gonna trade up and get Bijan.
They did
Possibly.
take him and Roshan Johnson to dinner.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did,
and
yeah.
I think either or you win in that situation because you do have James
Hell
Cook.
nah.
You do have James Cook who
Oh,
is
yeah, he
electric.
can do good. Yeah.
And I would think Roshan Johnson would fit better. Roshan Johnson, it could be a starter. In my opinion, if it wasn't for Bijan being at UT, Roshan Johnson would be
Oh, for sure.
one of the top running backs. But now he's like ranked the 4th or 5th running back, and to me, he's still a number 1 running
He's a
back in the
dog.
league.
He's a
you know,
dog.
being 6'2".
Yeah.
And yeah,
He's solid.
yeah.
This is a Pollard situation, but in college.
Yeah.
He always had somebody in front of him, so now he has fresh legs going into the league.
Yep.
So that benefits him. For sure.
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, if I'm Buffalo with the 27th pick, man, if Zay Flowers is there from Boston College,
He ain't gonna be
I like him.
he's used to the cold, being up there. So it's like, hey, go get someone like him for your number 2 that can help, Diggs out. I feel like that'll benefit Diggs. I do think that Diggs will be out in the next 2 or 3 years. He did restructure his contract, if I'm not mistaken. I think they just, they earned $10 million back in cap space from restructuring his contract. 2 years max. And then I can see him maybe trying to shoot for Dallas, maybe trying to, go to a different contender.
Wherever his brother's at, that's where you want to go.
I with the even with the Von Miller situation, the 6-year signing that he did, I don't think he's gonna fulfill the 6.
Nah, for
I can
sure.
see him fulfilling at least the 3 or the 4, and he's done.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think that the Bills is gonna pull it off. I think the Bengals have a chance to pull it off before them, and that's just me saying it because I think that the Bills are cursed in a sense, and I don't know what it is. Sean McDermott is a risk taker when he coaches. I love that. I love that grit. Just going after it. He feel like he got the perfect team, but it's something about him in the playoffs that
Offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I mean, you had Brian Daboll at first, and he was making it shake.
Coach of the year, Brian Daboll.
And but now look at him, with the Giants, and you've seen Daniel Jones' success, but with them now it's like another year of getting familiar with the new coach, getting familiar with your receivers again, and like Gabe Davis had an electric year in 2021, and then 2022 it went down tremendously to where fantasy players was like everybody was hype on getting him because I had him,
Yeah.
and then I never started him because he just never fulfilled. He had like one big
It's
game.
the coordinator, dog. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they play a lot of Superman. Y'all know I be betting.
Yeah.
I watch the games very analytically, and it's like they play a lot of superhero ball with Josh Allen. It's like throw it deep to Diggs or throw him a nice route like a comeback or it's just like forcing him the ball. He got 13, 14 targets, or you got situation where you got Josh Allen carrying the ball 12 times because your running game is deficient. Like, it's not sustainable, especially in the playoffs. You need to have a multifaceted offense. Even if your run game's not elite, you need to be able to run it. People respect it. Like, the Bills do play action, nobody goes for it. So I just think when you have a respectable run game with an offensive coordinator that doesn't get flustered in the moment, because that's what I've seen them do a lot. They blew a big lead to Miami this year. They messed up in the playoffs. Diggs only had like 2 catches. So I think whenever they implement those 2 things, I think that'd be a lot better. But speaking of Dayball, I meant to bring it up. What y'all thought about Darren Waller for a third?
Hey,
to the
that was
Giants?
easy money. Easy money. He hasn't been healthy, so I'm thinking the trade wasn't that hard. From a Vegas standpoint, it's like well,
Why ain't we get him then? Like, if it wasn't that, like whenever I see the deals that get done, I always think, why did my team not act? Like, the Cowboys could have used Darren Waller.
But you see, now
anybody could have used Darren Waller.
What's crazy is like even with the not getting off topic with the Lamar Jackson situation is like a lot of these GMs and coaches are letting other teams set markets for them. So it's like, oh well, let's see what they're gonna say for Darren Waller. And if they don't bite, now we know what the standard is. Like, let's say, I'm bad, brother.
No, you good.
Stepping on your kicks. But yeah, let's say like for instance the Waller situation, Giants did offer the third, and it wasn't just that there yet, and then the Patriots heard about it. Oh, well, they offered the third. Well, let's offer him a second. Let's offer him this with incentives or whatever, however the logistics go. But I'm looking at it like these GMs are looking at people bite first. And if, like, for instance, the Darius Slayton, we actually offered him more today than what the Giants did, but he just wanted to go back because of the chemistry and Coach Daboll is a good coach. Daboll, sorry, he's a good coach. So it's like, why risk that in Atlanta? And he don't believe in the culture.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not the money thing. It's about like, hey, like a lot, and even some of these players went out and tested the market and went right back. Jordan Poyer, he's like, it really ain't that much out there for me.
Grass ain't green on the other side.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of these players and coaches are playing with the players. Like, let's see. If nobody bite, you gonna come back. And that's what we did with Caleb McGarry.
Yeah.
Oh, like for instance, Orlando Brown signed $64 million 4 years, $16 million a year. 30-something guaranteed or something like that. He getting the bag, and Caleb McGarry, Gary, who had a great season, was looking to go get a bag like that. We got him 3 years, $34 million, $11 million a year. I think 20 million guarantee, something like that. Something guaranteed, but it was like, dang, we got him for a bargain price because he thought that he was going to do numbers and he didn't. He came right back. So like it's a game where we're visibly seeing it as fans, like, oh, this is how it goes. Like the negotiation really comes between the players and what their value, what the market is at versus you just wanting that player. Because Lamar should have been gone.
I was going to say, except you, unless you're Lamar Jackson, because I'm going to say he should
have been gone. I don't know. Been paid. Like you said, Miami. I was saying Atlanta at some point, but I really don't. With the moves we made, it doesn't make sense for him to come to Atlanta. The Ravens seem like the only fit besides the Commanders, but they just got Brissett.
49ers.
So to me, like right now, as of what's today? March 16th,
yeah.
I think the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to win it.
It's not a hot take.
But I think they're going. You get Lamar, they winning.
They would have beat the Eagles, bro. If Brock Purdy didn't get hurt.
Man, listen.
He got to throw the ball. I'm trying to hit all that.
I ain't know how to talk. Wait, I'll say this too. I definitely feel, as far as Darren Waller, answer your question, I will say, I think, and I don't know why the Raiders are doing this. They're trying to trade. They had already offered, as soon as the offseason started, they were talking about getting rid of Waller and Renfro. And I think, like, in my opinion, again, like when you are in a league where everybody's throwing the ball 50 times, these quarterbacks throwing the ball 50 times a game, you just signed Jimmy G. He came from a system where he had weapons. Like, why would you not want to surround him with weapons? So, Josh McDaniels, you're an offensive guru. Why would you not want to have weapons at his disposal? So I don't understand the Waller trade. I don't understand, letting Renfro go unless you have some kind of other plans to try to get somebody else. I don't know. But one thing I will say about Waller, and I feel bad for the guy. He just got married to one of the players from the Las Vegas Aces. Just got back from his honeymoon and found out he was traded across the country.
That's crazy.
So, and the thing is, like, like your wife is on this organization. You're gonna be across the country. Like, you just got married. Like, it's almost like, forget your marriage. Like, good luck. You know what I'm saying?
Sabotage,
like, that's crazy.
They say he was mad because he wasn't invited. I seen that tweet.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That sucks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not you going to, like, up the street when I'm over in the West Coast somewhere. You going way over here. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 hours difference.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the culture in Vegas right now. It's like with how they treated Derek Carr on his way out. I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo was the only person that was fit to go there because of the chemistry back in New England. And if it wasn't for that, good luck to any quarterback that's going there. I think Will Levis is now the mold to be the backup for Jimmy Garoppolo for the next year or so. Learning from him, I could see him being the fit.
You like Will Levis?
Huh? I'm not really big on him, but I feel like he's gonna have a decent year. I mean, decent career, especially if he's sitting for a year or two.
When did you get off the Levis train? Because you was riding it for a while. When did you get?
I was thinking that,
Bro,
I think it's trash.
Hold up.
When did you get off that train?
I bet you because of what the reporters were saying that Levis was going to be like.
Oh, okay, because he was definitely.
I never said that I was like, oh man, Levis is the best. Why would I say that over Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
But you know that. But you know,
Is
you just
that
wanted to
guy.
say it.
Nah, you
for the
definitely.
TV.
You was on the Levis train though. You was gotten that.
Yeah, because of what the reporters were saying is that he might be projected to go number one. But now we see combining came out. He's not the guy.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young is him.
Baby Russ.
And my thing that I fear with him is if he goes to Carolina, who the hell is he throwing it to?
Dog.
If he goes to Houston, I think he has a better fit with D'Amico Ryans there. I think D'Amico Ryans is setting up a great coaching staff. He's putting a lot of key pieces with Jimmy Ward getting there. I like that pick. And then you got Jalen Petrie there. So you got two, back end safeties. You got Derek Stingley there. I feel like they're building the defense right now. But you put a Bryce Young there at pick 2. You pick Bryce Young. I can see that working out and maybe giving him a weapon at pick 12.
Yeah.
Frank Wright is not gonna mess this up. He got back in the coaching seat.
Where's he at?
Panthers.
Panthers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he did.
He's not gonna
He
mess
did
this
deserve
up.
that job, but
He's
go
not gonna mess this up. He's drafting Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think-
Now, I know he wants CJ Stroud because he was so accurate at the combine. That's why I said earlier too. Like Bryce Young's biggest day in his football career is when he has his pro day. If he go off in that pro day,
Which you will.
he going number 1.
But I mean, what is a pro day going to show? Like,
I can throw the ball in shorts.
but that's the thing.
also,
like,
what
does
does CJ Stroud show at the combine throwing the ball in shorts and an Under Armour t-shirt?
No, I think CJ Stroud's hype was built when he was fooling on UGA like that.
Yeah.
And
lost.
almost beat them.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody holds that against people like, hey, you doing the pros. Oh, he done lost the Super Bowl. He lost this. But my whole thing, my hesitancy with CJ Stroud is there's never been a good Ohio State quarterback.
Yep.
Ever.
Justin Fields is about
You had
the decent, most
Troy
decent
Smith, who won the Heisman,
Yeah.
way back when, like Madden 07 days.
Yeah, rest in peace,
You got
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins,
Cardale Jones, JT
Braxton
Barrett.
Miller, JT Barrett, Terrell Pryor.
Terrell
Yeah.
Pryor was
I'm just like,
different.
name them, bro.
Yeah.
Terrell Pryor was
I
different.
mean,
Joe Burrow, he better be glad he got up out of that in
yeah,
time.
yeah, he don't
You know?
count. He don't count.
Yeah. He's definitely LSU.
But yeah,
Yeah. Get the get.
that's my only worry with that is you throwing to, in Jigba and Olave sat out. Oh no, Garrett Wilson and Olave sat out, and he throws to Marvin Harrison Jr. and
And Jackson Smith. Yeah.
and then Ibuka, whoever number 2 is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, you got it all, and that's what I think. That was my problem with Mac Jones and Bama quarterbacks, because I was like, they got everything. You got the best line, you got the best receivers. What are you gonna do when it gets hard? That's why you see a lot of good quarterbacks now. Josh Allen, Wyoming, Mahomes, Texas Tech. A lot of the big dog quarterbacks, really, mostly come from the smaller schools. So
That's a good take. I like that.
So I'm gonna cross over into another sport. In fact, I think it's kind of a good conversation for us to have, especially with our guests in the building. If you haven't been, living under a rock, you've seen a guy named Morant. He was playing with guns, and he was doing it on social media. And so,
what a guy.
he got suspended. I think that he's able to come back on the 20th, which is in 4 days. They said they basically turned it into an 8-game suspension. I'm gonna let y'all give y'all's take on it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll give mine at the end. But just I will say, I think he signed a $250 million extension prior to this season starting.
Yeah.
Former number 2 pick out of a small school you brought up earlier, Jamison. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's literally like one of the faces of the NBA right now. Literally. Popular player. His career is going so much greater on a trajectory than the guy who was drafted before him, Zion, because Zion can't spell healthy at all.
Facts, though.
And
Facts,
so
though.
just so much going for him. You know what I'm saying? Like perennial all-star at this point, like starting in the game, like just so much going for him. Likable guy. His dad's even likable. just a lot. And they actually replaced Kyrie with him as Nike's premier athlete. That's probably gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I don't even understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what he was thinking. But what's y'all's take, fellas, on him in this gun situation?
Idiot.
Yeah, I mean, everyone makes mistakes. We've all made mistakes at our age, that we're not proud of. Me speaking for myself, I've made some stupid mistakes, and I feel like with his situation, clout is a dangerous drug, and if you can't decipher, social media and real world, you're in trouble. With him, I feel like it was environmental thing. Like, hey, I'm in Tennessee with it.
I'm in Memphis. I'm with Moneybag. I hang out with these dudes.
Yeah, I'm with the guys. So it's like, hey, if I act like this, what I'm saying, this is what the culture is already producing. Also, another take from that is I think that if you act like you got it, then maybe people will back off of you. But in all actuality, they're looking at you more. And I feel like he couldn't understand that. I'm with the going to Florida for counseling and stuff. I feel like
PR
that was
stunt.
yeah.
Who go to rehab for 3 days?
Yeah, yeah.
cap.
And I learned my lesson. And I feel like the way Jalen Rose set him up, like, made him look like he was an op. Like, Jalen Rose literally looked like the feds asking him all them questions.
No, for real.
And he answered it like, yeah, man, I take full responsibility. And it's like, hey, yeah, because you losing endorsements now. Powerade finna pull you. Everybody looking at you, and they not remembering the philanthropist, Ja Morant. They looking at you gangster, you NBA young boy, right hand man's what it look like,
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like, and it's weird how Cameron and Shannon Sharp and Skip and all these players and people are speaking on his father, T. Morant. Like, first of all, Ja Morant a grown man. Yeah, he a young man, but he a grown man. And it's like you can't fault T. Morant for being like, a supportive parent. Now, okay, and who's to say, like, I'm not a parent. I can't tell him what he would tell his, his parent. We don't know what he could have told him, and Ja Morant can still, who's the breadwinner of the family, can do what he want, regardless of what your parents telling you, And I feel like, you can't put that all on T. Morant and make it seem like he been a bad father. Like Ja is in the 12th grade again. Like, it's like, hey, you learn from your lesson. Let's move forward. You're not the first one to have a gun situation. Gilbert Arenas, Plaxico Burress, and Plaxico Burress did some time. So it's like, yeah. So it's like
2 years.
With certain people, it don't always work out for them in their career, and it can actually destroy their career. I feel like he's getting a slap on the wrist, and I feel like which he deserves because he didn't harm anyone. He just being to me, I can't call him a fake gangster because I don't know where he from, and I don't know.
I do.
I don't. I mean, if you do, you do. I don't know nothing about bro. I just watch him, and I can't tell someone like where you come from, and that ain't you, and I ain't never been in your shoes. But it's just like, hey, like common sense to me is why are you flashing your gun when you are a high profile athlete like this?
Well, I'll say this. I'm not gonna say it's not him. I'm just say it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Take a page from my boy Richard Sherman. Take a page from Serena and Venus Williams. Like, they from Compton. You know what I'm saying? They got out the hood, and you don't see no hood on them, and they everyday walk, and they display, and they image they convey into the world. So, you know what I'm saying? You got $250 million, bro. What you need a gun for? And not even necessarily with that. He even said in an interview with Jalen Rose, he said, it wasn't my gun. Like, to me, like,
The lawyer told him to say that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just feel like, why?
I already know it.
And then also too, like, I feel like with him, like, and this is no disrespect to anybody who goes through these things I'm finna say, but I very much dislike when people always use before I say what I'm finna say, my brother is a clinical PhD in clinical psychology, and he said this before to me, and I was like, he does this for a living, so I was like, he said, like, I hate when people just use mental health as a scapegoat. And that's my thought with him. Like, as soon as this happened, he put on Twitter, hey, I'm going to go seek help with my mental health. Well, to me, and the reason why it bothers me, because if you have real mental health issues, then you probably have already been thinking about getting help for your mental health prior to making the mistake. Like, don't make this big mistake and then blame it on mental health, because then it comes off like, oh, let's go ahead and have a heart for him and feel sorry for him. No, you just made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You know you shouldn't be doing this. Like, don't blame it, because then what happens is the people who are really going through mental health, now we don't know who to really believe and who not, because everybody crying wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
so that does bother me. But also, too, I feel like, in situations like this, you have to have some no men in your circle. You have to. Like, you got to be careful who your entourage is. You can't have just everybody around you. My favorite basketball player of all time is Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson constantly made this mistake, and he talks about it now. They kept on telling him, Allen, you got to watch who you with. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you shouldn't bring all them homeboys from the hood with you into your career. He's like, I'm bringing my boys. And that messed him up. He lost all his money. He gave away all his money. He kept getting in trouble. He stayed in trouble. Like, he had that thug image on him his whole career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great player, but he could never shake that other part because he was always around these certain type of people. Ja, gotta take some notes from these other people. Listen to these mentors. Listen to these people trying to help you. One of the things I say about y'all's boy LeBron, there's never
Goat James.
boys.
no, but listen, there's two players in my two basketball players. You know what I'm saying? I'll say three players in sports I can think of right now, period. But three players I can name right now in professional sports that I can think of off the top of my head who came in the league, had a clean record from the start to their finish, no off the field issues, no drama. That's LeBron James, and he's still playing. That's Tim Duncan and Derek Jeter. Never, you know what I'm saying? They just went in there, handled their business, and acted like a professional off the court or off the field or whatever, out of the arena where they play. And I think that's something that has to be said. LeBron is so huge, you would almost expect him to, and he came to the league in high school. You know what I'm saying? Out of high school, you would almost expect him to make some kind of like super idiotic mistake and learn from it, but he never did that. Kobe did it, Jordan did it, all the other greats did it, but not him. And I think that's something to be said. I think that people should, as much as and many players in the league say, I look at LeBron, maybe they should seek him and seek guidance from him in a different way besides just the basketball part.
And he talked to you too. Like, he not one of them, big dogs that like, everybody's the ops. Like, everybody, I think people fought with LeBron for that, for giving advice to the young dudes, for talking to everybody. They say he's too friendly with people, but I think he sees like, man, speaking from like hindsight, I ain't did none of this. I got the blueprint. So why not just share it? It's not like he don't feel like he in competition with nobody. So I don't know. I hate that people fought him for that. But speaking on Ja, he's from Sumter, South Carolina. I've got a whole bunch of family from South Carolina. It's a bad area. Sumter is a bad area. I don't know where he went to school. I don't know how he grew up. But another thing we was talking about, the small school spotlight. Ja wasn't a 4 or 5 star athlete. He wasn't in the All-American game. He wasn't in, the McDonald's All-American. So he didn't really get this spotlight until his rookie year. So you got to think, you don't get this big. Nobody's really talking about who you are, who's Ja Morant. I mean, he went to number 2 pick. But before that, did anybody know who he was?
I mean, at Murray State, he was definitely getting a lot of, it was there on him. You know what I'm saying? So,
but like, do you think it was like anything that was precedented for him or something he experienced before? I don't think, because like a lot of these high school players, like Zion had Drake wearing his jersey. LeBron had all these people, having him as the chosen one. What I'm saying? All these players that have, I guess, been put on a pedestal coming up, they kind of had this, not training, but they were already seasoned to it. So when you have Ja that don't have, or that didn't have, too much of a big, star ego behind him, or not a star ego, but he doesn't have like the hype behind him. I mean, he did at Murray State, but when you get thrusted into this limelight, you get $250 million, and boys that'll tell you yes to everything. It's a nasty recipe, bro. Like, and for his dad, I understand, like, that's your, dad. They might have like a best friendship, like a great relationship. At the end of the day, that's your dad. Like, and I can't speak because I don't have 9 figures, but I just know if I had that and I was acting crazy, and my dad was like, Jamison, you messing up, I'm gonna heed that. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm the breadwinner. I'm gonna really be like, damn, it's coming from my pops. Like, I have that reverential fear and respect for my dad. So I think that's what people was kind of getting on T. Morant, because it was like, bro, we see you courtside every game, but
drunk every game,
but we don't know. And that's not something you would know. You don't know what he's saying. He could be in his head all the time, telling him, Ja, you need to get right. Ja, you doing this at the Foot Locker incident. Beating up kids. You had a little volleyball game for your sister showing out. You just have all these incidents. I don't know what his role has been, but it's implied or it's inferred that, how people with black men with fathers in the home, they usually like respect them and look up to them. So it just doesn't seem like he's playing that big of a role in terms of disciplining him. Because, I mean, what can you tell him? He got 9 figures. But at the end of the day, it's on Ja. The onus is on Ja to be like, I still need to hear my dad out.
If you look at the story, Ja Morant's story, his dad tells it like, his dad was a highly touted basketball player trying to go pro. When he got Ja's mom pregnant, he was like, well, I got a baby in the way, and he just literally stopped playing basketball. Dang. So it seems now like T. Morant is almost like
Living through
in a
him.
way living through Ja. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like he's on the front, wearing the shades inside. Ain't no sun nowhere.
Yeah, that's
you know
a good point, bro. That's a
Drunk.
good
You know what I'm
point.
saying? Like he's and the thing is like again like I'm not saying that you can't have fun and can't be yourself and live life, but the optics as a black man in today's society, like you have to be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then and I've always said this too. It doesn't matter if Ja wants to be or not. You are somebody's role model. You know what I'm saying? Like you're one of the best basketball players in the world. There's only 15 players on these 30 teams in the NBA. You're one of them. You know what I'm saying? There's only 12 All-Stars on each conference. You know what I'm saying? You're one of them. And so, like, regardless if you want to be or not, there's millions of kids in this world and other countries here, whatever, looking at you as their role. I want to be like Ja. You doing stuff like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Is bad business. Like one thing about Shaquille O'Neal, he said it, his stepfather who raised him, took care of him, former military. Shaq came and said, "I got this award. Go get another one. I got this ring. Cool. Go get another one." Like he never let him settle. He never like praised him. He handled his money. He helped him, make good investments. He did all these different things. Like again, Ja is so early in his career. He's under 25 years young. Like if he don't find a way to get the people around him, like the right people around him, it's gonna be a bad situation. That's another reason why, not on the court, but another reason why I salute LeBron is because like when he came into the league, I don't know even how this is almost genius. He's like, you know what, like I don't want to mess up. I don't want to F up. I want to make sure I have a great career, not just on the court, but outside as well. Who can I put around me? He brought all his closest friends and gave them jobs. You do this, you do this, because I trust y'all. I don't have to worry about talking to some guy named Brad or Bob. I don't even know them. I can let you do this. I can let you be my agent. I can let you do this. And then he has built this empire that is like all umbrellaed under him. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows everybody like super hands from when he was young. You know what I'm saying?
They all used to hoop together and whatnot.
Amazing recipe. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be more people who look at that type of stuff, like that type of stuff that LeBron did. So.
That's crazy. You keep putting emphasis on LeBron. Like, oh, no, I'm talking about the court. Not like, man.
I know, like,
Well, I mean, I'm not.
do you not respect him on the court?
Oh,
Cool, we can get into it.
Let's
So-
get ready to rumble.
I just noticed, like,
Nah, it's cool. So I don't disrespect LeBron on the court. I definitely think LeBron is top 5 most
top what?
top
five?
5 amazing players that ever played a game.
Disrespect.
Here we
What-
go.
What is he, number 1?
Here we go.
At least 2. Like, I'm not gonna bash people over the head if they got Jordan at number 1, but if he's not 2,
Well, I mean, because nobody really says top 2. There's always like top 10, top 5, top 3. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's top 5. So,
So he's not top 3 then.
I mean, okay, fine. Who's the top 3 players that ever played a game?
LeBron?
I want you to answer that too.
Okay,
MJ,
okay, and who's the third?
Kareem,
Okay, I feel that.
or Magic.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you say or like, because there's 3 Laker greats who could be in that top players: Magic, Kareem, and Wilt. You know what I'm saying? Because Kareem did have to go break Wilt's records. You know what I'm saying? We also got Bill Russell who had 11 rings. There's a lot of different ways you can kind of go with these different ways. As I said, in my opinion, he's just top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what order he is, he's in the top 5. But I don't know where I'm going to go with this conversation with Jordan and LeBron. Y'all was going to have that conversation, that debate?
One of the reasons we brought my good brother Jamison on
That's
this
cool.
show is because you are a LeBron hater.
Yeah,
Nice.
man, I heard you was a LeBron hater.
I'm not a hater though.
So I was eager to get
So
on.
we have-
I was like, what's the hate?
But
What
it's not.
could
But it's
the
not a
be?
hate. We have to like be honest and specify. It's not hate. Cause I gave LeBron a lot of what I'm saying credit on the show.
Off the court.
Off the court.
But I mean,
you kept
I-
putting emphasis on off the court.
But even that's
Let's
fine.
talk about on the
But-
court.
but-
Off the
but-
camera, you
but-
be talking crazy
but-
about Bron.
Facts.
But that's not
Facts.
crazy. It's not crazy. My only argument, and I'm gonna stand by this for sure, is like there's this 4-letter word that floats around. Who is the greatest of all time? You know what I'm saying? The 3 of you in this room think that LeBron is that guy.
yes.
I think it's a guy by the name of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I will preface this by saying this as well. I'm also 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are what, 26, 27? Y'all are in that different
25, yeah.
24.
You know, the whole different age bracket, the whole different era. Most people in y'all's age never even seen Jordan play like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at y'all for thinking LeBron's great, but I do have a couple of issues. Like, why do people skip Kobe and go straight to LeBron? Like, a lot of different things. But now, again, with the GOAT talk,
Because Kobe just was an MJ clone.
I mean, he played the same position. It's kind of hard to not be an MJ clone. You know what I'm saying?
Was anybody called D Wade an MJ clone?
I mean, Dwayne Wade
D Wade is
also
the 3rd best shooting guard of all time.
behind Kobe and who? Jordan?
Yeah, the Jordan clone.
Right.
And Jordan.
That's cool. I
So
mean,
what was the point?
either way, I mean, he's a wing player. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron's a wing player. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's hard. In a lot of ways, I would argue over the who's better, that Tim Duncan might be better than Kobe. But they're also
I'm not going to debate. Tim Duncan's over. Like if I had to rate top 10, Tim Duncan's over Kobe.
right.
So I'm not gonna argue with that.
But again, if you look at numbers, like Kobe's numbers are way better. But like they also play power forward and wing player, and most times the more dominant player. And especially in this newer era, is the wing player. You know what I'm saying? The big man is that old school basketball. So, anyway, you'll probably never see another Wilt or Shaq or Kareem or Olajuwon again.
Victor.
You know what I'm saying? Well, he's a
Embiid-
guard, really. You know what I'm saying?
Embiid, one of them.
And Embiid, all he want to do is shoot threes.
I
He
hope he win MVP. I hope he win MVP.
should have won last year.
Embiid do not shoot threes like that.
He shoot a lot of threes. You know
No,
what
he
I'm
does
saying?
not.
He shoot a lot of threes. But anyway,
Did you watch the games?
I mean, he's soft as cotton out tissue too. He
No,
never,
he is not.
He is. You know what I'm
Don't do
saying?
my guy. So you think Jokic MVP, huh?
Mississippi.
I mean, I think Jokic is a better player. Jokic ain't better than Embiid.
I don't think so.
Shit. Anyway,
Bro,
Jokic
getting all
is
them
that
assists
guy.
is cute. That sprinkles on the top. If you
Nah,
a
it's
center,
cute.
I need points and rebounds.
No, he gets 30 and 20 whenever you
No,
want
he
to.
doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I'll look it up. Go
He
ahead.
gets 18 or he gets 37. Like
Okay.
it's really like no. I'm not gonna say he don't have his game where it's average, but I think he be stat padding.
Encyclopedia. Yeah.
Nah, for he be stat
Encyclopedia.
padding. I think Jokic be stat padding. I think.
Look it up.
But my whole gripe.
Man,
I'm gonna get back to the central argument we was having.
Yeah.
My whole gripe with Jordan is everybody. We extrapolate Jordan's career. We take if the goal is to play, if the goal is to win a championship every year, right? You played 15 years, you won 6 times. That's cool. We act like the other 9 don't exist, and that's my whole problem. What happened 84 through 90? He went to the playoffs 3 times without Scottie Pippen. He got swept, beating 5. I mean, he didn't do nothing until he got the greatest coach of time in Phil Jackson and one of the best two-way players of all time in Scottie Pippen.
Crazy.
So I don't understand why we just act like he didn't have Dennis. And here's my other gripe. Jordan just had to focus on scoring.
What?
Yeah,
He was the
he
best
was a great
defender
defender.
ever played a game.
Sure.
He's
Pippen was
not?
a better defender. No, I'm not gonna debate that. I think Pippen's a better defender.
But
though.
is he one of the greatest defenders ever played a game?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right, so how you just focus on scoring then?
Because when you have to guard the number 2 option, you don't. It's not as hard of an assignment. If you don't have to worry about crashing the rebounds, who's getting the rebounds? Scotty. I mean, not Scotty. Who's getting the rebounds? Dennis Rodman, best rebounder of all time.
Well, LeBron
Who's
ain't stopping
facilitating?
Durant. He ain't stopping Curry. He
What are
ain't
you
stopping
talking
Hart.
about? He's beaten Durant in the finals. He's beaten Curry in the finals.
He
So,
beat Durant in the finals?
Yes,
No,
his
he did.
first
He
ring.
lost it.
His first ring.
Oh, my
Don't do
bad.
that.
Oh, yeah, sure. He beat him. Okay, see. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, but my whole thing is when
Y'all-
you have
y'all good?
LeBron, when you have
Dick
LeBron,
Riding, I got you.
a guy that plays 1 through 5,
Mm-hmm.
he can guard 1 through 5. Jordan guards 2 positions, the 1 or the 2. He wasn't guarding no centers. I seen this nigga LeBron.
Wait, is there a lot of centers there playing? You just agree with my point. There ain't a lot of centers playing right now.
What are you talking about?
Name
There is a lot of
me
centers.
5 centers right now.
Jokic,
Embiid. Next. I'm waiting for the rest of the
AD.
3.
You want to count AD as a
He's
center?
the power forward. Next.
Okay, Alperen Sengun from the Rockets. Let's go Steven Adams from the Grizzlies. Let's go Pokazevecki from the
How
Thunder.
many points they scoring, 5?
Let's go Sabonis from the Kings. What are you talking
right,
about?
that's cool.
I mean, I can keep
I mean,
going.
Brooke Lopez.
If
If
go
they
Horford.
give me
Let's get
5
Robert
points, if they give me
Williams.
5 points a game, they don't really. Why they guard him for?
Who's scoring 5 points a game?
All them
What's-
centers' name? Robert Williams, the guy from the Rockets.
It's funny how you pick the
Steven
last
Adams.
people I pick. Sengun's a damn near a baby triple though. He's a baby Jokic. I'm not saying he's Jokic, but I'm saying he puts up numbers like
I guess
Jokic.
you gotta get your point. Argue. Go ahead.
I mean,
Continue. Go ahead.
I'm just
Go ahead.
explaining.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I've seen LeBron in 2011 lock up, not 2011, 2012 lock up prime MVP D Rose and guard Tim Duncan at the center position. Like the defensive versatility does not get factored in enough. And I think when you have somebody like Pippen who was taking the tough assignments, I know you was alive in 91, right? You said you was 37.
Yep.
Who was guarding them in that finals in 91 against the Lakers? Who
I was 6
guarding
years
Magic?
old, so I don't mean. Go
Well,
ahead.
I went back and watched some. They all on YouTube. So I hate when people act like you ain't see him play. They got YouTube. They got every game on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Magic put a triple double on them game 1. Scottie Pippen's taking them 94 feet the rest of the series. My thing is the responsibility wasn't distributed evenly. I think
was
LeBron's had to do way more for his teams.
So would real fast? I'm gonna ask a
ahead.
question. Would Magic not have done that same thing to LeBron?
No.
Continue. That's what I
Jordan
wanna know.
6'8", 270. What are we talking
Continue.
about? Jordan
Continue.
6'6", 195.
Continue.
I mean, I don't know what else needs to be said. I just think from a if I'm taking attributes of the game, Jordan does nothing better than LeBron to me than shoot the mid range. He don't finish better than him. He don't shoot the 3 better than him. He don't defend better than him. He don't pass better than him. His IQ is lower than him. So
He's 6'9". How is Jordan gonna finish better than him?
6'8", but
Okay,
I mean, we slurp Jordan with the tongue out. I
don't slurp Jordan personally.
A lot of people do. A lot of people. I mean, not just you.
I got you.
But ESPN let them tell it, boy. But I just think we have held Jordan in this esoteric, mythical like feature or creature where it's like he's an impenetrable force. Where it's like I think a Jordan is like Android niggas. Like no matter what, bro, they gonna stick by their Android, knowing iPhone is the shit, been the shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, bro, what is it going to take for you to give it up? And I'm not one of these stands that's like, oh, since 03, like LeBron came in, I was 5. So I'm like, I remember that's kind of coherently when I start remembering sports. So LeBron's kind of been there my whole life. Yep. But I didn't say he was better than Kobe till he won his second one against the Spurs when he had a 37-point damn near triple-double and hit that shot over Kawhi at the end. That's when I was like, all right, dog, even though you ain't got 5 chips, I don't hold the chips like how everybody else do. Because if that's the case, is Robert Horry better than Jordan?
I mean, that's a dope.
Is John Havlicek better than
Dame Lillard? He was just in an interview. I don't know if y'all saw it, but his interview, he was saying how he don't know how long he would play in this today's game because people glorify rings and accomplishments more than what you did for your franchise.
They do. It's crazy.
Like for instance, if let's say Dame Lillard was in a Kobe situation where he won 5 rings for Portland, right? You'd be saying, "Oh, he's the greatest of all time." Da 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 da.
Yeah.
He's getting his recognitions without any rings, really accolades. He to me he was been due for the All-Star game before he got his first. I feel like he was about 2 years outside of that when he should have got his first All-Star appearance, and he's just now getting his light. And he even says, he's like, "Bro, just think about it. 10, 20 years later, you're not going to be speaking about me. You're going to only say, oh, who was one of the greatest shooters? You'll probably bring my name up, but you ain't going to just be talking about me like you're talking about the guys with the rings and stuff." He's like, I just don't feel like it's destined basically for him to just go to a winning team just to win. Everything is about, oh, well, I'm going to so-and-so team, or
Facts.
oh, I work best with this team, and I'm finna do this. He's like, and sometimes it flop. You go to a team. For instance, no discredit to Russ. Russ is a Hall of Famer, but Russ, went to 5 different teams, and the first time he left, you're like, oh man, like he got a shot. KD left, oh man, he got a shot, and then win it off the bat, But a lot of people that's leaving, expecting just to win automatically, it doesn't always work out in their favor, and it's like what basically everything that glitter ain't gold,
That's right.
Like,
well, the thing I'll say this too. First, I'll jump into Russ or Westbrook. Russ has been traded every single time. Every time. He got traded to the Houston Rockets, then he got traded to the Wizards, then he got traded to the Lakers, then he got traded to the Jazz, and then he signed as a free agent finally and just stayed where he was at with the Clippers. He's been traded all them other times.
I think this is the best team for him.
Right, I do too. But Russ is a different character. He don't really count in this conversation because he's just a dog wherever he at. He's trying to get it done. Now with Dame, the reason why I slightly disagree with Dame is I think Dame is a great player. But Dame has definitely been on the record saying numerous times that he wants to win. He just doesn't want to go join a super team to win. You know what I'm saying? So he does also care about rings. Otherwise, if you go on to just play 82 games and playoffs, like you're just going to play for fun, you want to win a championship. We got March Madness going on right now. They want to win a ring. You know what I'm saying? They want to win a championship. Yeah. Like they all crying when they get eliminated. So you want to ring, you want to win. You know what I'm saying? He just has a different mindset. He has an old school mentality. I don't mind being the man trying to get the job done. I don't have to go join with the 5 other great players that are all-stars and try to win. You don't have to be a Kevin Durant and say, send me to the Suns with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards ever played the game. Like he don't have to be a LeBron, just saying, and say, send me to, I want to go to Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, or go play with Kyrie and Kevin Love, or go play the Lakers with AD and whoever. Like he don't have that mindset. He just wants to win. Now, if he gets traded somewhere, like how LeBron has been lobbying to get Damian Lillard, that's different. It's a business. I can't help where I'm traded. I don't have a no trade clause. But he wants to win again. He's getting ready to break the record if he hasn't already done it already. He's trying to pass up Clyde Drexler to be the greatest or the most scoring points of all time in Blazers history. That means something to him. He's been on one franchise his whole career. That means something to him. Same thing with Giannis. Giannis said he wants to stay at the small market Bucks because it means something to him to do that. He won a championship over there. Like not every player has that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Even when Durant got traded, Giannis came out and said, "Hey, KD, you keep on joining these super teams. Come train with me in the summertime. I'll show you how to get it done."
That was lame as hell. I'm gonna just let that. But
that's lame.
That was lame for Giannis to go up there. Like you're not even on KD level, dog. From a career accolade standpoint, yeah, you got the 2 MVPs. But I'm thinking, bro, KD been doing this for so long. Giannis got good 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think again,
you just can't talk crazy like that. Like superstars don't do that to other superstars.
But I think it does matter slightly to say, hey, like You know what I'm saying? Giannis 2-3 years ago, they talking about trading him to the Warriors. Like he could have been playing with Steph, Draymond, and Clay. They probably be winning 6 rings straight. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, nah, I'm gonna stay here in Milwaukee with Chris Middleton, who can't stay healthy, and Drew Holiday, and he won a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that matters to say like for example, I think Kevin Durant in his mind, he's like itching for a ring because the only 2 rings he won is when he went to join the team that he was up 3-1 against and lost to with Steph Curry and them. Those are the only 2 rings he won. He hasn't won a ring. He didn't win a ring none of those years with Kyrie in Brooklyn. He didn't win a ring in OKC. You know what I'm saying? Like he's putting pressure on himself.
So
to
you
win a
hold
ring.
less value on those rings that
I don't
KD got?
I don't hold less value. What I'm not holding less value at all. It's a ring. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I
hold way less value on it.
I don't hold less value. I feel like he won the ring, but I do think that it was a bitch move. But you know what I'm saying? He won the ring though. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold any less value on it. Like I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like think of another player, freaking Juju Smith-Schuster. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't at anywhere near the same statistical category he was when he was in
I'm not comparing KD and Juju.
Pittsburgh.
no Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? But he still won a ring. You know what I'm saying? He still did his job, won a ring with. You know, he did his job to win a ring with the Chiefs. I'm not taking that from him. At the end of the day, he won a ring. He won 2
KD and
rings.
Juju though?
You missed my point. But
No. Here's my point.
Go ahead.
KD joined the 73-9 Warriors.
He did.
The statistically greatest team of all time. That's like in 2007. Calvin Johnson won the league.
So how was Giannis' statement?
Oh no. I get the messaging was cool. I agree with you on the messaging. I think the context and the setting in which he did it, like on a late night talk show, reading it off the teleprompt, that was lame. That was corny.
That's a setup.
I'm
though.
not saying it wasn't like.
Yeah.
I agree with the message. Like, yeah, get it done. Like, you know, quit jumping from team to team. But I just think it was the delivery was just corny. But I think when you have KD joining the Warriors, that's like I'm taking the 07 Patriots that was undefeated and I'm throwing Calvin Johnson opposite of Randy Moss. What the hell?
Yeah. That's
Like
Pro Bowl.
who you monopolized the league, dog.
Yeah.
And I mean that's why KD got bullied by social media into leaving. Like had Twitter not existed, I promise you KD would still be a Warrior, winning chips every year. But it's because they said these don't matter. You doing this, you joined the best team ever. That's why he left. Like that's the only reason why he left, because he realized he wasn't gonna get the same love as Steph, and nobody was really giving him the credit that them rings had. So that's why people talk about LeBron lost 6 times. I'm like, we don't really contextualize that. Like, who really expected him to beat that Warriors team?
Yeah.
Anybody?
That's 2, right?
Okay, how about 07 with
I'm
the
asking-
Spurs?
I asked you
Okay,
that too. That's
I'm
2?
glad you did that. Let's start
That's
from the
2?
beginning.
Okay.
07 with the Spurs. He's 22 years old, year 4 in the league. Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker,
Can't throw
Manu.
Bruce Bowen in that mix, but go ahead.
How, bro? He was first team all defense. He was the main defender on LeBron.
That's cool. Go
How?
ahead. Go ahead.
That's like it's not
That's
mention
fine.
Iguodala with the Warriors. Winning
I mean,
MVP.
you made it seem like he was like that guy, but go ahead, finish.
Ain't Bruce Bowen?
It's probably because I said his name
He's not.
first.
He's not.
It's probably because I said his name first. But if we gonna act like he wasn't an elite
not
3-and-D
yet.
guy,
He was a lead defender for sure. He's not Hall of Fame. Go ahead.
but that's what I'm saying though. You have that collection of a team. You got Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu in their primes. You got Ginobili. I already said Ginobili. You got Ori, who's a big shot maker. I'm just thinking from a totality of the circumstances, your team.
I mean, the team was way better. Sure.
Does anybody fault LeBron for losing? Like, who really thought he stood a chance? Who really is faulting him for, oh yeah, you own one of the final loss against the Spurs? Like, bro, that's like playing the Patriots back then when they was doing their thing. Like, nobody really expected him to win. The only final I really fault LeBron for losing is 2011.
Dallas.
Yeah, that's it. And that's like, yeah, I'll give it to you. I think he was on some scary stuff. Like,
And
not even the.
what's I'll give it to you mean?
And I'm gonna give it to you as in, I don't think people realize how good that Mavericks team was. They swept Kobe that just came off a 2-peat. And they had Powell, Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, Artest, Gasol, deep team, swept them, beat James Harden, beat young Russ, KD, beat them. I forgot who they beat in the final, in the conference finals. But that was a great team. Like, I was going into that final like, that's not guaranteed. And then we went up, I think 2-0 or something.
Yeah,
They
it
did
was
that Dirk that was coughing, and I was like, dang, y'all done woke bro up. Like, he was really carrying the whole, like, bruh, hitting big shot after big shot after big shot. And I'm just like, I could see this. But I think LeBron got to a point where he started deferring to D-Wade because he was like, I've never been here, dog. Like, I've never won a chip. I don't know what it takes to win a chip. And you have. Like, this is Wade County, Mr. 305. I'm gonna defer to you in this moment. I'm not justifying it, but I'm just thinking that's probably what he was on. Because I mean,
So when
averaging 17 for
what I'm
for
hearing,
series
what I'm
is
hearing,
crazy.
what I'm hearing so far in 07 and 2011 is, what I'm hearing so far in your argument, good man Jamison, is that you are almost like creating these excused narratives as to why him losing is okay.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying if we're gonna scrutinize every LeBron loss, let's scrutinize every Jordan loss.
Which ones? Because he won 6-0.
See, that's the thing.
I'm
he
saying,
played 15 years.
I'm saying the
But
finals.
that's the thing. He been to the playoffs how many times and lost in the playoffs?
Well, right
he been
here, so-
swept a couple times. He done lost in the first. But I'm just saying, it's more important. The ESPN wanting to hold Jordan as the GOAT forever. We hold it is more valuable to lose in the first round than to lose in the finals.
Okay, let me ask you a question though.
That's crazy.
This is my only. So we have to. This is my issue, right? When we bring up the finals and how you brought up the finals and said LeBron, he went. How many times he went?
10.
10 times and he lost 6. Right?
Yep.
Okay. He went 10 times. He's 4-6 in the finals.
Okay.
But then when I say Jordan, I said, well, Jordan is 6-0. Like then you start bringing up the playoff overall. Like we can't argue those two things.
No, I'm saying contextualize it.
I'm saying, but if we're going off championships, or not even say we even say the word championships. We'll just say finals. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron's been to the finals 10 times. That's amazing.
Who did Jordan play in the finals?
LeBron's been there.
Okay,
but also,
finish your point. Go ahead.
LeBron's been there 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter who LeBron played, he's been there 10 times. That's an amazing accomplishment. There was one point where LeBron was taking everybody that he went every team to the finals. No slack against that. That's an amazing accomplishment. You went 10 times. You won 4. You lost 6.
Right.
Jordan, no matter who he played, right? Because at the end of the day, because here's the thing, right? Jordan plays in the Eastern Conference. He controls his own destiny. He has to make sure that his team gets there. Whoever comes out the Western Conference, whether it's Karl Malone and John Stockton and the Jazz, whether it's Charles Barkley, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
We're not washed. That was MVP.
It doesn't matter though. I'm just saying he doesn't control that other side. He just makes sure his team would get there.
Okay.
When he got there, he made sure we didn't go to no Game 7. And he made sure that he won the championship. Like, it's the same thing with LeBron. I'll even give that argument for LeBron. LeBron can't control whether it's the Heat, the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference, or the Lakers in the Western Conference. It doesn't matter who he played to get there. He got to the finals. Whoever comes out on the other side,
it matters though.
Who
comes out on the other side matters.
How does it matter when he doesn't control that?
It matters because who did you play? In the totality of things, whose team is better?
Okay.
What are you talking about? I mean, like, bro, okay, 91 Lakers.
Okay.
Kareem was gone. Magic had A's. James Worthy and Byron Scott was hurt.
Two of those championships
2, 3, and 4 option is gone.
2 of those championships LeBron lost of the 10 was to the Warriors, right?
Yes.
One of them years
three,
he had
three,
Matthew
three.
Dellavedova and somebody because Kyrie wasn't playing, so he had Dellavedova starting at
He lost 3.
whatchamacallit at
He lost 3
guard.
to the Warriors?
That was the year they lost. And then I think K-Love wasn't playing that
Who
year.
the Warriors beat the first time?
They beat him in 2015 when Kyrie broke his kneecap in Game 1 and Kevin Love was
The
out
very
for the whole
first
series.
ring?
Yeah. It was LeBron by himself averaging 44, 16, and whatever, and they gave it the Iguodala for guarding him to that, for holding him to that.
Cool. I mean, again,
But I mean, bro, I'm just...
again, I agree with you. Like, LeBron's an amazing player, but at the same time, LeBron takes his team. If we're playing with LeBron and we go to the finals, you know what I'm saying? LeBron he led us to the finals. Who we play on the other side, that has nothing to do with us. If he played the old ass Spurs, you know what I'm saying, for another time and beat them, like he just played. You know what I'm saying? The Spurs were a great team on their side, got to the championship. You know what I'm saying? Played great all year, got to the championship. He got to the
We would
championship.
knock it, though. We would knock it.
Now,
Knock it like the bubble. Nobody talks about, I mean, like, everybody always talks about how it's got an asterisk or how it don't matter.
I mean,
so playing
I
who
don't
you play in the finals
I'll
and
say this
what
too.
you do in the finals,
I'll
like, that
say this.
matters.
I don't put an asterisk on the bubble. You know why? Because in '99 when the Spurs won their first championship, it was a lockout season. They only played a 50-game season.
LeBron's first ring was a lockout season, too.
Right. So all the same 30 teams had the same chance to win that ring. So I can't put an asterisk on that. All the teams who went to the bubble with the virtual fans, you all had a chance to win the damn ring. Miami was really close. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fault, you know what I'm saying, LeBron for taking his team to the bubble, being stuck in a freaking hotel for 3 months, not having no outside, you know what I'm saying, whatever, being away from your family. Like, that's an accomplishment. I'm not mad at him for that. Good shit, LeBron, get your ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him his respect. What I am saying, though, is like, you go 10 times and you lose 6 times.
Okay.
Like, that matters.
Out of the 6, which ones do you think, objectively, he should have won? So you got 07, Spurs, swept. 22 years old. You got 11 Mavericks.
You should have won that.
I'll give you that. 14 Spurs.
Nope.
After they beat them with the Ray Allen.
Definitely should have won that.
Okay. 15 Warriors when Kyrie and Kevin Love was out and it was just him.
He wasn't gonna win that. He wasn't gonna win that.
17 when Kevin Durant came.
He wasn't gonna win that.
And 18 when Kyrie was gone and it was Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, Larry Nance, and all them boys that he dragged to the finals. Them the 6.
I mean,
so out of them 6, which ones do you really think like, damn, Bron, you should have won that? Like, I'm disappointed as a Bron. Like, as a Bron stan, I was horrified he lost to 11. But all them other ones, I was cool because I'm like, nobody would have won that. Insert any player, any star, any era, they wouldn't have won that given the circumstances.
Well, I will also say this too. How many championships that Brady go to? 12? How many going to?
11.
11. And what's his record? 7-4? Right. So if it was 4 and 7, you know what I'm saying? It would be the same thing. We couldn't say Brady. Well, we wouldn't be saying Brady's the GOAT.
Nah, they probably would because you know how hard it is to get there in football?
But
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's us, but
football?
Joe Montana, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't get there 11 times.
Nah.
But again, you know what I'm saying? My argument I'm trying to make is if Brady was 4 and 7 as opposed to 7 and 4, that matters. You know what I'm saying? Look at what's his name? What's his name from the Buffalo Bills who went 4 straight times? Jim Kelly. He went 4 straight years and lost. You know what I'm saying? No one even puts him in the category of like one of the greatest of all time. He's a Hall of Famer, but that's not even a conversation. Dan Marino, probably the greatest passer we've ever seen on the field.
He's still top 5.
But
he's still top
But
5.
he don't have no ring.
Quarterbacks of all time.
I mean, it's debatable.
Where you got him at?
It really, not to mean to cut you off, but that's what Damian Lillard was talking about. Man, take the rings out the equation and talk about the
Like,
person.
just play ball.
Like,
But that's a dumb conversation
how
though.
good did they
I
play the
mean-
sport because they didn't do it. It's not track. They didn't get there by
But
themselves.
that's a dumb conversation to
But
have.
there's
Why
a
you-
lot more players with 6 rings. That's my whole
I
argument.
feel you though, but with Damian Lillard, it's like Damian Lillard. That conversation is cool. You know what I'm saying? Sure, it makes headlines, clickbait, but it's dumb because at the end of the day, why are you playing basketball then? Just to go out there and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to win. You want to win. You just want to win there and do it the old school way. You don't want to join a super team, but you want to win a ring more than anything. Stop trying to front. Like you can't. Like, that's just the way the world is. We always say, look, LeBron is great because he got 4 rings and did it with 3 franchises. You know what I'm saying? We say Jordan is great because he got 6 rings. We say Kobe great because he got 5 rings. We say Shaq is great because he got 4 rings. Like, that matters. AI is one of the greatest players we've ever seen in the basketball court. He has no rings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had a horrible team. He was only 6 feet. Like, but it also matters.
But
like,
why is his name still relevant then?
Yeah.
He don't have a ring.
he's a great player. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, 2 of the greatest power forwards you've ever seen.
We still see
They
and hear
still
Charles
great.
Barkley. He doesn't have a ring.
They're still
Chris
great.
Paul is probably not going to get a ring. So we're going to still talk about Chris
top
Paul.
3, 4
Still
point
great.
guard all time.
Still great. But at the same time, though, the rings matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rings matter. Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett, better than Charles Barkley and Karl Malone.
Even without the rings, Tim Duncan's better though.
You better than all of them, really. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, if we're going to sit here and I will say this, though. If Tim Duncan had 0 rings, if he had no rings, he might not be known as the greatest power forward ever. He literally came into the NBA and changed one of the most horrible franchises. They won 50 straight games for 17 straight years, and he won 5 rings.
He would have been 6-0 if Ray Allen didn't hit that shot. Would we have been calling him the GOAT? If he was 6-0?
No, still.
I'm just saying.
But again, though, like, I mean, it's
Rings
different.
don't really, it's not the
At
end
the
all
end of
be
the
all to
day,
me. Like,
at the end of the day, when we talk about this off camera, like, you can think about accolades, like, 'cause that's all, like, the rings and whatnot, like, those are accolades. At the end of the season, when you get into the playoffs, you got a few select teams, they got them extra games, you're able to build up your statistics and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like I tell y'all about LeBron and Jordan, I'm like, at the end of the day, if they're just playing ball, you get them on the court one-on-one. Both of them are wing players. You got 1 through 3, they both be on the wing and whatnot. If they're playing each other, I'm taking LeBron every time.
he's too strong.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking LeBron every time because, one,
How's that a fair argument?
what do you mean?
He's too strong.
Because what we're talking about is who are great players, who is our GOAT. And when I'm thinking about who was the best player to play basketball, I'm thinking about the game of basketball, not what teams they was on, how many championships they won with these particular teams, who they played against. I'm thinking about, in hindsight, who was the better basketball. We talking about quarterbacks. Like, if we go into this draft right now, who is the better quarterback? Get Bryce Young, get CJ Stroud, get them on the field, have them do workouts, have them throw the ball, have them run, do all that type of stuff. Who is the better quarterback in your eyes? When you see them play the game, you're going to see them be able to perform and whatnot. Football is a very different sport than basketball. But in basketball, you have more times where it's going to be, all right, bet. Crunch time, one-on-one situation, clear out. I'm finding ISO right now. You can't do that in football, though.
So
You know what I'm
you're saying you're if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that you judge LeBron as being the GOAT by saying if I took all these great players and put them in a pool and say go play 1v1 on this court, king of the hill. You think LeBron wins?
I feel like LeBron's gonna do a majority of them dirty.
Wow.
I just think from like a totality of like the circumstances, all around basketball player, it's LeBron. And my thing is like, Jordan is all this and that. Why he don't hold no NBA record? He don't hold a single NBA record off the top of my head. That's crazy.
I will say this too though. I mean, I don't know why I don't know records. I didn't play. I'm saying, but I'm asking you a question. Do you think that there is a certain thing about like how I put it? Like I want to say like everybody says like that dog in him or like that clutch gene or like that killer instinct. Do you think LeBron has that?
Yes, because here's the thing, bro. LeBron has more game-winning shots than Kobe. He shoots a better percentage on game-winning shots than Jordan. We just look at all the times he either passed out or like passed the ball to somebody else or missed a shot. We never look at, Magic in 2009 when he hit that, or when he did that against the Raptors when he was going side and was parallel with the basket and shot it sideways, or we don't think about the 3 hit against the Pacers or the layup he against the Pacers against Paul George. There's many game winners I could pick out off the top of my head in the playoffs and big moments that he's hit. But I think because since LeBron makes the right play, we fought him for it. When it came down to crunch time, you knew if 4 people was on Kobe or Jordan, they were shooting it. Don't matter what. You could have somebody wide open in the corner. Now, my whole problem is we have, I guess, faulted LeBron for his teammates doing their job or stepping up when nobody else gets the same flack. Nobody faults Robert Horry, or nobody gives on Kobe and Shaq for Robert Horry hitting big shots. Nobody gets on Jordan for passing it to Paxson or passing it to Kerr. Nobody holds all the, they be like, Ray Allen saved his legacy. Kyrie saved his legacy. Like, bro, when Kyrie hit that shot, bro, it was 92-89 with a minute left against the Golden State Warriors. Was that a game winner? Bro, when people act like it was the shot heard around the world, like it was a big deal because nobody scored in 5 minutes. I mean, everybody was watching it.
You heard it though. It was a great shot.
But I'm just... But it didn't win nothing.
With that much time on the clock,
against the best 3-point shooting team ever, that don't win nothing.
They won. They won the game.
Yeah,
I mean, you're missing the point.
They could have lost though. Like that wasn't it wasn't
0-0 buzzer.
I mean, but that's the thing, y'all adding these non-needed variables. Like the only reason why we're speaking about the shots is because they won. If the Warriors would have won, that shot wouldn't be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that famous shot Jordan comes across and hits the little double pump jump shot. Like if the Cavaliers won that game, we wouldn't talk about that shot. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was 5 seconds on the clock and they came back and won a shot, that shot Jordan did wouldn't be talked about. That's what I'm saying. Like we're adding variables that don't need to be added. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for anybody, like whether it's LeBron, Jordan, whoever, like if he go out here right now and he's playing in a basketball league and he come down on a mid-range and hits a little jump shot to DeMar DeRozan and there's 5 seconds left and you go back on the other side and score, they ain't talking about his shot. They're talking about yours. You know what I'm saying? The final shot is what they talked about. That was a big shot.
But it wasn't the final shot because there was still points scored after that.
Okay.
So that's why I'm just saying, like, we extrapolate these big moments. Like, okay, Ray Allen hit the shot. They went to OT. Like, before Ray Allen hit the shot, LeBron scored 16 straight in the fourth. And missed the 3 before the offensive rebound went to Bosh, then went to Allen. But everybody say Ray Allen saved LeBron. Like, he didn't have 16 straight in the fourth.
That shot?
Yeah.
I mean, he said that. The rope was out. I mean, the yellow rope, you saw it. It was out. The trophy was in the hallway.
By save career, I'm just saying doing your job.
I don't agree he saved his career.
At the time, he was the best 3-point shooter we have ever seen. And he made a shot. He made a big 3-point. Like, bro, you did your job.
I don't think it's. I don't agree it saved his career. But I definitely agree.
Not like his legacy. They say saved his legacy.
That made LeBron 4 and 6 instead of 3 and 7.
He would have been like 1 and 4 at the time, 1 and 3 at the time if Ray Allen missed that. 1 and 2.
So at the end of the day, you think LeBron's good? Cool, I got you.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. Great argument.
Yeah,
great conversation.
I definitely. I don't think it's nothing to be. I mean, you ain't even really said nothing like why Jordan. Like, to be honest, I'm thinking like what point you made.
You good?
I'm just I'm thinking in my head. Like, I'm a law student, so I'm thinking like your argument. Every argument you made, I'm trying to counter it.
That's
so
cool.
Like,
I got you, law student. Good, congrats. I'm just saying, like, my overall point is, I think that the losses in the finals. You know what I'm saying? He's 22 and 33 all time in the finals. LeBron. Jordan is 24 and 11.
Some hand address every single game. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, you brought up finals. That's why I went to the finals. You know what I'm saying? You as a law student, you said finals. So
I brought up the finals and not being as important.
I'm just saying, but you said finals, so I'm just letting you know the record and the finals. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's cool. I mean, you said 1v1, you think LeBron wins. And that also made me think about earlier. If LeBron is so, you know what I'm saying, that guy at 1v1, like, then why is he passing the ball off? Why not just use it? They call ISO every single time.
Because it's a team sport. Player. It's an IQ thing. If I got 3 people on me, but I got Danny Green open. I remember he did in the playoffs. He hit Danny Green wide open at the top of the key, wide open. It was the end of, it was like the bubble game that would have won the chip. And everybody was like, Bron, why you pass it? But when you freeze frame it, and he went up, it's 4 people all off their feet. And it's Danny Green and 2 other people open for 3. So why are we faulting him?
I
for
agree,
making
smart play, but that's also cancels out then Trey's argument of if we were playing 1v1. That's not
a one-on-one situation. It's 1-on-4.
But again, if y'all let me get my point out, y'all hear my point, right? So again, like if LeBron goes up,
go ahead.
You said what?
It's got to be coherent point.
Well, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, fuck it then, really. I mean, at the end of the day, if LeBron go for a fucking layup and there's 4 people that jump in the air, well, of course he's going to pass the ball. But there's no 1v1 in basketball. That's not golf. It's not tennis. They don't play that way. So to say that you're basing your GOAT off that argument is irrelevant. That's not even something that they even do. You know what I'm saying? Serena's the greatest tennis player because she went out there and played 1v1 her whole career and beat everybody's ass.